So we have our first practice update of the week for Jordan Love after suffering the sprained groin on Sunday. We initially got the news that it's not a long-term concern and that the Packers would basically watch it throughout the week. But here it is from Rob Demovsky. He said this on X. No Jordan Love on the practice field. He rode an exercise bike during team stretch and did not go outside with those practicing. So I'm not really surprised that Love didn't practice today. I think seeing how much pain he was in to end Sunday's game right before he went out, you could tell that he was very much affected by the groin injury. And so now that it's only 1, 2, 3 days since it happened, I think that it would be expected that Love would probably miss practice today. If he had been limited, that would have been a good surprise. And so we're going to have to keep our eye on Thursday and Friday. Will he be limited tomorrow? If he is, that's obviously a great sign. If he doesn't practice, it gets a little concerning. And this is something we sort of went through earlier in the year with his knee injury. The question each week, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? He, of course, missed 2 games. And I think that if the Packers were playing a lesser opponent than the Detroit Lions, like a team that Matt LaFleur and the Packers felt comfortable running with Malik Willis, that maybe you decide to rest Love so he can miss this weekend, have the bye week to recover. But I think that when you have a game against one of the best teams in the NFL, a team that you're going to be toe-to-toe with in the NFC North in the Detroit Lions, that if they feel Love is good enough to go and that there's not a serious risk of future injury, I think you have to put him out there just because, he obviously gives you the best chance to win. You want to have your star quarterback out there. Plus, if something does happen, if he aggravates it a little bit, there is a bye week, so he would have 2 weeks to recover if he does play. And of course, the Packers will keep an eye on it. If there's a serious risk of injury, there's no way they're going to play him. I think that's a given. And so if he does play, the Packers at least feel comfortable he can sort of get by. Of course, he could aggravate it like he did later in the game. And now to a few other injury updates from Rob Demovsky. Also, 3/5 of the starting offensive line did not practice. Walker, Jenkins, and Myers. Now, that's not great news when you're missing 60% of your offensive line. It is Wednesday, so maybe they're just getting a rest day. Maybe they're just getting a day to recover. And we'll get a better idea tomorrow. If those guys are still missing practice tomorrow, that's very concerning if 3/5 of your offensive line is not good to go. But every week we have to keep an eye on it through the whole week. Not sure if those are serious or not. Not currently certain. Now, finally, same with Josh Jacobs, Jaire Alexander, Evan Williams, all did not participate. So that's also not great news. A lot of not great news today for the Packers. Josh Jacobs, it did come out, I shared from Bill Huber that he was going to be good to go on Sunday. That's what Bill Huber had shared. It was believed to be that. So maybe that happens. Hopefully it does. Jaire and Evan Williams. Jaire had the knee injury. The reports came back that it wasn't going to be a long-term thing. Evan Williams had the hamstring injury. Also came out that it wasn't going to be a long-term thing, but there still is questions if he'll play Sunday. So a lot of key Packers players that are questionable, not officially questionable, but right now we don't know if they're going to play on Sunday against the Lions. So we'll keep an eye on it. I'll share updates with you guys tomorrow and Friday going into Sunday's game. So if you want more Packers content, make sure you have the notifications turned on so you don't miss any Packers news. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.